Good morning, everyone. Or good afternoon. Whatever the case might be. Right on time, 10 a.m., Sunday. Did I see a movie yesterday? No, I don't think I watched any movies this weekend. Don't worry about it, Isabel, but I've seen other people, heard other people talking about this. It would be nice if she, really kind of announced the news. Not to be hard on her, but like, tell us when Daisy May's around. Tell us those visitors and stuff. $20 Yeah, I just tried to clear out my pockets a little bit last night. Ah, sick. Thank you, Mecca. Since today is another day to buy turnips. Okay, Nook. Soleil sent me. Oh, I just realized I have... There we go. I never paused that music. I think I've been stuck at this level. Stuck at 100,000 points. I think I need to get 1 to 150 for the next, like, prize. Excellent. I wonder if I can get at this right now. KK Mariachi. Hey, Slick. Thanks for the host. Good morning, how you doing? Wait. I think I already have this one. And I need to drop my well, I'll find Daisy May, and then I'll drop my stuff. But, yeah, I think I already have that song, but that's okay. Yeah, I hope everybody's having an okay weekend so far. Good morning, Mars Girl. Thank you. I put on this little outfit last night. Am I ready? I'm ready for turnips. Well, actually, I'm not totally ready for turnips. I need to empty my pockets out. Nice. Hey, thank you so much for the embers, darn. Awesome. Yeah. I can't believe... Yeah, thank you. That awesome squid. Reminds me, there was... Gotta remember, there was a thing I meant to put in the overlay. Yeah, it's, boy, finally getting some nice weather around here in real life after many days of rain. Oh, hey Mecca. You turned off your Wi-Fi and now it works? Feel like I might have missed the start of that. What mess? I just want to make some toast. And I guess I can't. Your internet is weird. Yeah, I know that feeling. Hey, good morning to you. And thanks again for coming into my Star Fox stream yesterday. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad to have the N64 hooked up and ready to go. Ooh. Yeah. And that's pretty nice too. So is everybody buying turnips today? Filling their pockets up? Yeah, me too. Get it. Get it, Monty. 100 over at BingusMcDs. Okay. Got a baseline. Nice round number. So cool. Okay. I'm just gonna run and try to find Daisy May then. Get a reading. Yeah, I kind of think, I really might do the other two paths in oh, this is an option? This is so nice. I wish I could sit. Wish I had the ability to sit on the ground like they do. Yeah, I kind of want to do the other two paths, at least in Star Fox, and then maybe play some other Star Fox games. I just enjoy them. I just think they're neat. But there's definitely going to be more N64 in the future. I'm pretty happy with how it's hooked up right now. The new overlay, it pleases me. It's very simple, I know. New peach cobbler recipe? Yeah, please. I love peach cobbler. I love peaches. And most things involving peaches. Hey, some blue hyacinth, look at that. Getting some good flowers. Alright, Daisy, where... I mean, she could be anywhere. That's a problem. These wanderers. Why? Yeah, the discrepancy between wandering visitors and plaza visitors is a little bothersome sometimes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm so glad that it's, like, working. But, you know, I love the N64. And there's so many games on there I've never played. I don't know this one. I do. Okay, so we got a couple things to drop in the take stuff zone. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. And so Mecha, I would have sent you a new song yesterday, but let me double check. It looks like there's certain songs, you know, the songs you can only get by request from KK, and you can't rebuy them. You can't rebuy them or gift them, unfortunately. I spotted her. Hey, Daisy. 108. Well, now. I should go ahead and start emptying my pockets, probably. Either way. Perhaps I can take a journey somewhere for better priced turnips. Hey, Lemony. Welcome back. And good morning to you. Still just getting started here, getting a reading on what Daisy May is selling turnips for in different prices, or in different islands. Yeah, no worries, Mecca. I don't know if you're like working on a list yet. You're wanting that, Sonic? Okay. I think this is going to be a good time because I'm going to do some boring stuff with my pockets in a second. I just, man, I knew I needed to drag my browser over. Not the request, I mean, I have to change my monitor modes and then drag a window over and then I have to change my monitor modes back. Okay, let me bring Streamlabs back up. Start dropping some stuff. Okay. Copy that. Grass. Why have they set fire to the plaza? It's okay. They got a fire zone. And I'm sure they've got a permit. It is funny though, it's just a campfire plopped out there, like, it could be a little more elaborate. Just have to hit play now. Oh, I also need to hit show video. Okay, I am gonna resize that though, since it's just that it doesn't need to be quite so big. Maybe I'll just leave it up there.
Robotnik, you've done it again! What better place to set up my lair of chaos but right here in Sydney? All Australia will soon be under my control!
That's a pretty good Robotnik though. Pretty solid one.
Enough of this! Come with me while I introduce you to my secretive setup and my two incompetent cronies, the Bandits. Rocket setup! Enter, you brainless boobies!
Working on a 3-star island slick, huh?
Set the telescope up. No, not like that. Use your head.
What suggestions have you gotten from Isabel? Good slide whistle.
My lair of chaos on top of this little Meccano Harbour Bridgey thing. I know
how to
that
check?
Sonic will be after me by now,
Go to
but with
Isabel
my
in the
super
resident
laser
services
telescope,
and ask her for
I
a
see
town
him coming from
eval.
afar and when he arrives, I'll get
And she
rid
will
of
give
him
you, like some
forever.
concrete suggestions.
Now, if you see Sonic, you won't tell him I'm here, will you, audience? Oh, you're so predictable.
Wow, Sydney's so big.
We've been looking all over for Robotnik.
What?
Any traces? My two aces?
Oh, hi, Sonic.
This really sounds like it was
Robotnik's
made in
disappeared.
association
Good
with the
call.
Sydney
Kazam!
Tourist Board.
And ow, with all this searching, I've worn holes in my boots.
Running around at the speed of cringe. I didn't see that
Did you
before,
say
that's pretty funny.
That gives me an idea.
See? But I've tapped into Robotnik's
You don't
home-based
see?
computer on Mobius with my new interstellar modem. Something's coming through. Look!
Should be there.
It's
Hey, what's up, Croak?
Robotnik.
But what's that bridge?
Help us,
I
audience!
wonder, is
What
there
it
requirements to
called?
unlock the town evals?
Cool little Sydney dudes. Hey guys, it's the
Sydney Harbor Bridge.
I knew that. Let's skid, kids. We'll separate
Aw.
to put Robotnik off the track and head for the coat hanger.
Oh,
Thanks,
but
Sprinkle.
Sonic, I didn't bring a coat hanger.
Wise up, little guy.
They're having a good time.
That's what they call their harbor bridge in this town. Ha, you go figure. Ha, ha, ha.
Hey, that's some classic music.
So,
for-
they're coming
for a
to get
hot
me.
second.
Ha, he, he. Now, wherever Sally sallies forth, that heady hedgehog is sure to follow, for he can't resist her. If I can capture her, she'll make a fine
Florida woman
bait in the
responds
trap.
to request
Just
for
the
separation
thing to
by shocking
snare
husband with
Sonic.
stun gun. Brutal.
I'm proud to be me. Give me chaos. And my Robotnik team. Give me chaos. Those emeralds have messed with my head. I'm sick of all this goodness. Give me chaos instead. I'm more than a genius or a mad doctor. I'll show all you goodniks, and that Sally, I'll fix her. Just try and stop me and my formidable
So yeah,
robots.
there
You
should be
can't
a
stop
Let's
me
Talk
now,
Island
'cause I like
evals at
chaos.
Isabel.
Give me chaos.
But I'm not sure at what point you get that. I'm pretty sure I had that. Well, I know Stone Mecha's got it at 1 star, so I don't know if you have to progress further.
Extremely fond.
Oh, you probably need the upgraded resident services. That's probably the requirement. So if you don't have Isabel yet, look for the steps on how to get the resident services building.
And my automatic machine. I'm proud to be me. Those emeralds have messed with my head.
Mars girl, did you check your turnip prices yet?
Give me chaos instead. Souvenirs, anyone? My little contribution to the local culture. I'm sure
Oh, you do have
that
Isabel, okay.
marsupial Sally will find the
Yeah,
temptation
the
of a new
town,
pair
the
of
island eval should be the
egg
top
boots
option there.
Irresistible. Not to mention myself, of course. Disappear, uglies! You're cramping my style. And no greater crime is known to man.
Oh, really?
I'll just hide
Like,
behind here.
That's right, you actually have to check the seasonal...
That's the bridge, all right.
Oh,
I'm first here, but my feet are killing me.
very cool.
Ow. Just what I need.
Hey, good tip, Mecha. Yeah, you have to actually check the seasonal tab
Oh, perfect. Now,
in the Nook
here's
shopping
the
for
other
that
way.
stuff.
That's funny. Hang on. What was that?
Is this what you're looking for, my merry marsupial?
The other Ugg. Uh-oh, it's...
Me, fabulous me.
Talking of Uggs, it's Robotnik.
Yes, that's my name. Don't wear it out.
I gotta blow this pop stand.
Now so fast, my furry footstool?
Oh no! Dr. Robotnik has me frozen like a Mobian ice block.
Ha ha ha! You're no match for my freeze ray.
Why's it gotta be a Mobian
Come
ice
with
block?
me, Princess Sally.
If there was ever a time to wear this.
Oh, bosh! Ow! Take me to the bridge!
No money tree
I've
today?
always wanted to say that.
Odd.
Boy, I tell ya, for such a fat guy, Robotnik sure knows how to
Wonderful me.
disappear.
And without a clue, Sonic.
Let's just check with the super intelligent
Now,
little dudes
I'm
in the
actually going
audience.
to,
Is there not some little thing
I'm
that
waiting to hear
Robotnik
on
left
this.
behind? A clue?
Oh, like
a
what,
Florida man
Sonic?
posts to social media, exploits at club, driving stolen Porsche,
Yeah!
and a loaded assault
odd
rifle in
upboot.
plain view.
Now,
It's
it's not
reported by anonymous
Robotnik's.
tipster
He's
for
so fat he'd never
outstanding
know
warrant.
what color his shoes are,
Police
let
arrive,
alone change
clarity
them.
ensues. Yeah, don't want to do that.
Sonic.
Here's the plan, my
Any
little
of
man.
that.
We need an overview. Time for a supersonic surveillance of the surrounds. Ha! Ha! Ha!
I'm trying to actually add a little overlay thing here. I meant
Very
to do
amusing, you two little short
yesterday.
bottoms. Who cares what color my shoes are? I am me, Robotnik, and that's what's important.
Oh, I'm frozen to the spot, but I can sing.
Doesn't really matter how dark things appear to be.
That voice, I feel something icky inside.
Florida's just a cartoon in real life.
Ugh, love.
Hang on, little guy.
Get some
I
good
heard
stories out of
singing.
there, that's for
It
sure.
sounds like Sally.
And she's found Robotnik. Or he's found
Set
her.
that there.
Oh, pardon
And
me
then-
for breathing.
That's set to
Now,
100 by 900.
dear Sally, just before I rid the planet of that stupid
100
hedgehog
by
once and for
900.
all, there's just one thing
Okay.
I always wanted to know from you. Why is it you have always loved Sonic and not me?
Well, it's not because you're not handsome. Or rich. Or the most evil genius.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
no,
not
no, no,
wrong,
no.
Mecca. It's
Do go
really
on,
all over the
please.
place.
But even if you were the last fat-headed circuit-brain puff pastry in Australia, I still wouldn't go near you, you butterball!
Grrr, if you continue
Which is
in that
a
tone,
problem that
once
Sonic
I've
has
trapped Sonic, I'll
in a lot of,
dismember him
cases.
right in front of your eyes.
Oh, gosh, dismember? Oh, what does that mean?
It means, little guy, Robotnik wants to make mincemeat of me. That
Alright, I'm
I'd love
trying.
to see.
But Sonic, shouldn't we be doing something?
I am, kid.
It's running to Bermuda
I'm
in a plastic
thinking-
bubble.
And I've got an idea.
That's something
which
I'd think
one
about
did
when
you
I was.
get,
I mean, I really wanted one of those like
It's
Zorbs
so
or whatever they were
crazy,
called back
it
then.
just might work.
Um,
Tails,
that's something
we
I would
are
think of
up, over,
when I was a kid,
and
I think.
gone.
Alright, I guess I'll pull out some bells.
Oh,
Might as well.
Sonic never tells me what he's thinking.
Now, as long as Princess Sally is here with me, that little blue moronic Sonic
109
won't be
at
able to
Breezewood,
resist
okay.
rescuing her. And
Well, Mecca, is BingusMcDs
Stare
interested
off,
in?
Robotnik. Take a photo. It lasts longer.
oh, contrary to my
Any
expectation,
turnip
I quite
buyers this
enjoyed
morning?
that.
This guy is sick.
Oh, come on, Sally Acorn. I promise I won't even hurt Sonic this time if you'll only say you like me just a little bit.
And betray the good name of the freedom
100
fighters.
even.
Nothing doing fat stuff. I'd rather
Over
wake
at
up this
BingusMcDs.
bread.
Also, I'll say it again. I mean, some of these voice actors are
Nothing
good.
is working
Or
out.
actors, I guess.
This girl-boy thing is just
This
too
Eggman
hard.
is nailing
I
it.
Need
Hey,
help.
Uwu Train. One of my Islanders was asking about you a minute ago.
Tails, put the
Good
snooze
morning.
juice down there.
Or afternoon, in case you're
Perfect.
later.
Ahem! I believe
We're listening to a
I
little
can
bit
help.
of Sonic
Who goes
right now.
there?
Finishing
It is
up
I, a doctor,
Lemony's request from
Dr.
before.
Sonic Stition, a specialist in distemper, foot in mouth, and love potions.
That voice. It sounds like...
Oh, go bother someone else, Dr. Nerd. I don't need any... Hang on a minute. Did you say love potion?
I believe I did. Sucked in.
Just the thing to work on Princess Sally. Then she would love me instead of Sonic.
I'll have to pick that back
Coming
up.
down! Oh, silly me.
Yes! Freedom Fighter Secret
Cleaning
Handshake.
service,
Good
yeah,
call.
it can
You
definitely
start.
help
I'll
with
start.
wholesome
Yeah.
leads and stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa!
Quick, Tails, let's get set up.
Oh,
Yeah, you know,
Doctor,
Lemony, I was
you've
ready
come
for
just
this
in the nick of
yesterday.
time.
Started out the stream playing a little bit of Sonic, actually.
You could try breathing in the other direction.
This works, though.
Whoa! You'll have to lose a bit of this.
Ouch!
And a little bit of that.
Ouch! I didn't think love would be so painful.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Now, the love potion is a secret, so you'll have to
Oh
turn
boy,
around.
yeah.
Okay.
Man and cop, history of shooting black men.
This guy's a
Respond by
pushover.
declaring they are black men. People have a problem with that. That's...
Down the hatch.
Hang on. Isn't it Sally
no
who should
good.
drink the love
No good
potion?
at all.
Normally, yes. But you see, you... Help me out, Doctor.
You are closer, big guy.
Oh, you quick thinking, Sonic. I mean, Doctor?
When fast thinking is of the essence, I am the essence of fast thinking.
Closer.
Came in and worked on
Yes,
these
of
paths a
course
little
I'm
bit.
Closer. Silly
I think
me.
I might still widen this going all the way to my house.
Nice. Oh, Sally, my Sally, I do love you, I do.
I think I'm
and
just,
soon we will marry and have little fat children who eat
Going a
greasy things
little
and
bit of time until get that code from from Mecca there.
Sally? What? How will we... What? Hang on. How will we free Sally?
Ta-da!
Aha!
Let's see. Freeze, wake up, walk, eat, kiss. Tails! You made me press sing!
Sorry, Sonic. When my future was clouded,
Good point.
So full of fear, it was essential to know that you would be in need.
I'll probably make a second trip, just so you know.
Wow! I never
That's
knew
cool.
Sally could sing like that.
Thank you.
Yeah! What a great set of tonsils!
Eee.
My
What a great
Sonic,
set of
you were not
tonsils.
frightened to take up the fight.
Oh no,
Always
Florida man
ready
tries to
to
jump off a cruise ship and live to tell the tale and does not.
Oh, Sonic,
Yeah, that's really dangerous.
being you. Oh, Sonic, thank you for my rescue.
Oh, Sonic, thank you.
He's out like a light.
Mommy.
Thanks, buddy.
Sonic, thank you for being
That's fading a little fast, isn't it?
I
kind of messed up
Oh, you gotta do what you gotta do.
stuff yesterday.
Done with
I
passion.
lost some settings on the chat overlay.
Hey guys, Robotnik's
Hey, we can leave that
snoring
up for,
solo.
I don't know, 25 seconds? Whoa, now it's, oh,
He always thought it was a bit of a yawn.
You're my special one. I just have
sometimes the pixel chat overlay, bugs out
hold you close.
when I'm like clicking on it, and this is hard to describe, but I was clicking just to make a number go up, and all of a sudden it bugged out, and the number
No,
just kept going up,
thank
and I just
you,
had to close the
Sally.
tab.
Oh no, Sonic!
So
Look,
weird.
It's
AFY7T.
Robotnik's bomb! Sonic, what do we do?
Oh,
Take a chill pill, little
okay,
guy.
cool.
I'll make good use
Thanks,
of the
Mecha.
Robotnik remote.
People should keep that in mind. That is where I want to go.
Well, what do you know? If Robotnik
you wanna get some
was
cheap
a
turnips?
bird, I'd say he's laid a whole nest
BingusMcDs,
of chaos
got them for
emeralds.
100.
And look, Sonic, the bad nicks are changing.
Back into their natural state. To good nicks.
And Sydney will be safe from Robotnik for
That's fine.
quite some time. What are we waiting for? I'm supersonic rebel to the
Florida
core.
man loads
What are
car
we
with frozen
waiting for?
iguanas. They warm up,
Tuba-tuba,
come back
rebel to
alive,
the core.
and
I'm
cause car
Sonic,
crash.
the hedgehog.
Yeah, you know, iguanas,
Score.
when I was really small, my older
Curse you,
sister
high-speed
took care of
hedgehog.
someone's
But
iguana.
remember, the
really
game
briefly.
isn't over till the fat
And,
man sings.
Did not. It's a sad story actually. The iguana did not do well under her care, but it's interesting to have around. Wait, I'm just not.
What are we waiting for? I'm supersonic rebel to the
Yeah,
core.
okay.
I'm Sonic,
Missed a spot on the green screen
the
there.
hedgehog. That's
When you yell bomb in theme park, don't.
guys. We
Oh,
are
man.
up, over, and
Oh,
gone.
it's
Goodbye.
one of those pretty clear examples of how speech is regulated. Can't just say whatever you want, whenever you want. Fire in a movie theater? Don't do it. Look at all these. I wonder who those are for. I think I have all those recipes. Gotta buy. Wonder if these are. There's Mecha. Alright, let me turn the music back up. Yo, good recommendation, Lemony. I had no idea that existed, and that was pretty fun. Get some turnips here. Nice even 400k for full pockets. Love that math. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a nice day outside. IRL. Probably spend some more time. Spend some more time out there, maybe sweep. Got a lot of yard work to do, which my housemates have been doing the bulk of it. And I've been trying to find what I can do so that I'm not just sitting around while they work all day. I mean, they're lovely, lovely people, and they don't make me feel guilty at all about it, but I make myself feel guilty about, watching people work when I'm like sitting around playing video games. I've been sweeping. Mostly sweeping. Which, let me tell you, not something I knew how good sweeping was when I was young. I think my mom made me sweep our porch like twice. And I was a big complainer about it. Florida woman tries to win heated argument. Husband died driving away. Article does not say if she won or not. Oh, those gifts are... I getcha. That's a good system, Mecca. I just found out, through Mars Girl, I guess, that wrapping stuff before you give it to your neighbors gets you like a little extra point or something. A little extra friendship point with them. Right, I'm dropping turnips. Appreciate the offer. I'm gonna push this up against the wall. So if you didn't play old Animal Crossing games, that used to be the only way you could move furniture. Was by dropping it or pushing and pulling it. And that didn't change until Happy Home Designer. And then they added that into New Leaf. Oh, you just like the extra dialogue they give you. You're the best, Mecca. Wonder if my evals went down with the trash everywhere? Yeah. More than like 15 items out, I think it is. And it will... I think it will like automatically ding you enough to drop you from 5 stars. I think as long as you clean it up. I mean, that's why I tried to make sure to clean it up in a day. And I think, this wasn't totally deliberate, but I think that the space provided by my make stuff and take stuff zones is smaller than 15 units. I think you can drop like, what, 5 things at make stuff and 7 at take stuff? Maybe 8 or 9? But I think it's just right. But yeah, it's a good point. It makes sense to me that once you hit 5 stars you can drop from it, but at the same time it's also a little weird. Just a little bit. I don't have like a proposal on how it could be different or anything. Illegal turnip den house. I have a permit for these. What are you talking about? Hold on, have 50 bells though. Yeah, it's my underground turnip farm. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the sparks. I thought that was gonna show up some... Hey, that it didn't, I'm just surprised. It's in my other storage, I swear. Oh, orange lily. I'm not sure I had orange lilies yet. I just saw a picture this morning. Someone posting like, oh, I've grown every color flower by scratch. I not totally jealous, but like, definite goals. Definite goals. Oh yeah, and Mars Girl did make a good point. That the gifts will get you best friends faster. With the, villagers. Although it's funny, I was pretty sure that I reached that point. Do they not give you the photo until they move out? Or how does that work actually? I kind of thought I was at that point with some of them. Yeah, so I don't really need the bells. I was saying it before, I do want to make one big score. I want to get like 10 million in the bank. And then I'm going to retire from the turnips for a while. Look, one big score and then I'm done. Step out of the island. You'll never catch me. No extradition on BingusMcDs. Oh, you don't know when you get it. Well, that's alright. Was that JFY7T, I think? Boy. It's weird, the things that I remember. I really am just very regularly surprising myself by, what I actually do remember anymore. Harvey's Island with amiibo cards? Those are the, I think you get the posters for that. And maybe not with the cards? I haven't tried using the cards on Harvey's Island, though. I've only used it for the campers. But there is a separate thing. They did it in New Leaf as well. And in New Leaf, I think it was when you were friends with them and they moved away, they'd send you a letter with their picture. Step away from the Joy-Cons. Only pro controllers here right now. Well, that's not true. I actually have... Let's see. Yep, I've got my Joy-Cons right here as well. But I'm not using them. I'm still getting used to the one-handed grip on these. Which I'm getting more comfortable with it. And I really like, I recommend it if you ever wish that you could. I mean, if you have like wrist pain or hand pain or, you know, just need to use one hand, definitely recommend it. Also for, you know, on the frivolous side of things, I tested it out just playing Animal Crossing while eating food. It was kind of great. It was a little great. You would, Cashmere's photo in the GameCube version? Yeah, I think it did go all the way back then. I want to say I had Tangy's photo, in the GameCube version. But I'm not 100% sure about it. I was definitely thinking about trying to play... Your Switchbox for your Atari doesn't work. Really? Huh. Range. I'm gonna have to... Something in the overlay isn't working and it should. I'm curious, you got a Atari 2600, 5200, or even a 7800? I don't know much about Atari stuff. It's an area that I'm like really interested in, both like retro computing and retro video gaming. And Atari was like really before my time, and I've struggled to connect with those games like way later. I think I've got like the Atari Flashback collection on Steam, and I've played that a bit. Like I love Tangy. Yeah, Tangy was great. And Phil's gonna be moving out, huh? How do you check? You can't remember numbers? I have no idea. I mean, if I was, the way I would do it, because I don't know Atari stuff, is I would like Google the different model numbers. Ah, there. Oh, hey there. Hi, Marzi. I'm sure there's like clear ways to tell the difference, but like I said, that's just not something I know much about. I'd like to. The earliest stuff I played growing up was Super Nintendo. My cousin had a Super Nintendo, and I think he had a Genesis. I'm not... Either he had a Genesis, or there was just the one that I played a whole bunch of at my dentist's office. So I've never played an Atari machine in person myself. Like the one from Ready Player One. Yeah, I did watch that. I think that's a 2600. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. You have ET? Nice. I'm in like a retro... Yeah, I've talked about these streamers I like a lot on Twitch, Retro Pals. I'm in their Discord, and somebody in there just like played through and beat ET. Said it was pretty difficult. I still love like the whole story about how it was just a kind of urban legend for a decade or something. The whole thing about, you know, they made way too many copies of ET for Atari. I think they made more copies than there were Atari consoles, or they made the same number. Either would be, you know, really absurd. And it was just kind of, like, it was, everybody said it, but it was really just rumor that they ended up in a landfill. That Atari couldn't even give them away, and ended up burying them in a desert. Yeah, exactly. Burying them out in a desert. And then it was just, what, I think it was two or 3 years ago that some video game historians actually went and did a little archaeology, and found the landfill. And it's like, yes, Atari really did get those dump trucks full of Atari cartridges out into the desert. AVGN made a movie about it, really? I didn't know that. I used to watch AVGN pretty regularly, and I like him. I've seen him, like, sort of in person a couple of times at MagFest. He usually does a panel there, or just, like, hangs out around. You know, it's funny. I think it's pretty well known at this point, but he's a nice guy. He's like a pretty normal, nice guy from what I've seen of him, just, like, interacting with people. I'll have to check that out. Would have taken 20. Yeah, right? You know, never run out of coasters again. Good for, holidays or graduations. You need a present in a hurry. You like his board games more? I don't think I've seen him do that. be honest, one of the reasons why I started watching less of his YouTube channel was that it's like, I don't know, I hesitate to say it because it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I don't like his friend Mike Matei very much. And I don't have like anything against him. I just don't find any of his, like when he was, the stuff I've watched with him, either guesting or starring, I just didn't really enjoy personally. ET Anniversary. I wonder, oh man, it would be hilarious if they re-released that at some point. I don't think I need anything else. Maybe a tambourine. I'll grab my pole and ladder this time. Oh, you like his solo stuff in AVGN? I mean, I like Mike art is the thing. I think I watched a video he did where he just drew some stuff in like Mario Paint, and it was good. And yeah, like, not to put him down or anything like that, because I don't remember anything specific. Just not I like main AVGN by himself. Can't really be alone with board James. It is funny how, like, influential the Angry Video Game Nerd has been. I bought it, like, it's got 2 games, I think now. There's like 2 Angry Video Game Nerd games out there. I have the first one on 3DS, but I only played a little bit of it because it seemed, I mean, it was funny to me. It was like such a retro throwback. Oh, Board James' story narrative. I gotta check that out. Totally unknown to me. The big twist. Interesting. I am pretty interested. Like, I don't think, I mean, to my knowledge, there's not too many people doing, at least of the people I watch, I don't see a lot of narrative stuff on YouTube. Like all non-fiction or let's plays and pretty much all I watch anymore is either like people playing video games or people talking about video games, honestly. That or, you know, like informative social issue videos, things like that. Yeah, I haven't seen much narrative things on YouTube that I can think about. I guess Bravest Warriors started on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. I like that a lot. Big looming story, not every episode is story driven. Okay. So it starts out not, I see what you mean. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I can think of a few shows I've liked that are like that structure. Most of the Halloween specials are story. Okay. I like a good Halloween special. I like holiday specials in general. Alright, I'm all done turnips. Let's see what I can do to clean up this town. I know that Slick Musician was looking for, with his town rating and general stuff, and certainly stuff I can help with. Pulling weeds, picking up stuff. You know, if you've got a lot of stuff on the ground. I'm just gonna sweep and do weeds first. No, that's not really anything. Got a Discord notification, but it's just an at everyone in the SNK Discord. And oh, Topic Tech went live on Mixer. I'll have to watch some of him today, I think. Oh, that reminds me, speaking of retro games and stuff, I think I've mentioned it before, but I've been, like, looking, I really have been checking on kind of, like, a semi-regular basis to see who's, like, if anybody is playing retro games on here. Because, right, like, I found some wonderful retro streamers on Twitch, through recommendations. And, oh, go ahead, Lemony. That's exactly what I removed. So I've been checking Mixer for retro streamers, and that also one reason I want to do, like, N64 and stuff is to add the retro content on here. But I ended up watching a guy last night who goes by Bayou Neely, on Mixer. I have no idea how often he streams yet, but he was playing, looks like he's trying to play through all the NES games. Not necessarily beat, but he plays them and reviews them. And I really, if you're interested in, like, a laid-back, funny, retro stream, check out Bayou Neely, or, I can't pronounce Bayou, not a word I say often, Bayou Neely. Nice little choke off of the old Bayou Billy game, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so he plays the Mario board game, and he plays it with AVGN. I was really glad to come into this person's stream last night. I don't think it didn't seem like anybody else was watching. And it really, it's a funny thing when you can get into these streams that are really, like, feels like you're discovering something, you know? And I mean, it's not like I'm in a much different position. It's still so amazing to me that I've been doing this for 80 days. This is my 80th day streaming Animal Crossing. I've got some cool people who show up when I do. Wild. He gets in his head, and the nerd doesn't like it. Tries to fight off his meanies. Ooh. That's reminding me of, the Beatles' Yellow Submarine a little bit, the Blue Meanies. That's a weird movie. I only watched Yellow Submarine like 10 years ago. Very odd movie. For the most part, I like the movies that the Beatles put out, although their first one is still my favorite. It's interesting, a lot of, like, the humor that the Beatles were doing in that stuff feels, like, still pretty modern. They make sort of, like, random jokes, absurd statements. That sounds interesting though, Lemmy. I'm definitely gonna check that out later. I haven't been watching much YouTube recently. Having just a combination of, I think, having a little bit less time than usual. And honestly, I've just been playing more video games. I can, you know, for like all the valid complaints about modern games and modern gaming, I still feel like games are better than they've ever been. There's just like, there's more, I think there are more good games out there than there have ever been, and they're more available than they've ever been. You know, maybe the reverse is true as well, unfortunately. More bad games than ever, more easily available than ever. And I don't know how to balance that, actually, thinking of it. I should watch the first episode of Board Games on stream? I don't know. Honestly, I'll watch that on my... Here's the thing. I'm gonna watch that on my own to start. I am trying to keep the language used on this stream to the family-friendly rating. And I don't think those guys necessarily are part of that plan. You want to ask me a question? Sure. You can go ahead and shoot. Yeah, I don't have problems personally listening to people cursing or anything like that. You know, the way Angry Video Game Nerd, you know, talks about stuff usually makes me laugh. But it's not the same thing I want to be doing on here. At least for the Animal Crossing stuff. So you've got a Game Boy Advance SP, very nice. I've got a couple still, not to brag. I have one from when I was a kid, and then I have one that a friend gave me. You've got a cartridge with 150 NES games. Okay. It's sounds like one of those unlicensed deals, probably. I know they put out NES games on the, like, on Game Boy Advance carts, but I think they were only doing like one at a time, I'm pretty sure. One game is a ROM hack. I've heard of that happening pretty frequently, actually. A ROM hack of Legend of Zelda, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't have like a specific citation to point to, but I've heard of a lot of unlicensed, like, third-party, Chinese, but other countries as well, like Russian, other East Asian countries. Legend of Zelda Outlands. Wanna say I've heard of that? But I'm not that familiar with original Zelda ROM hacks. Like a Kaizo Zelda. Yeah, a lot of those do just bump the difficulty up. But I've heard, like, plug-in, like, there's a surprising number of companies that make, like, plug-and-play systems, as in it's like a controller, and the system's built into it, and you just hook it up to a TV, and it's a similar, kind of like 150 games in one. And, you know, there's a lot of legit ones of those, but there's also a lot that will actually steal ROM hacks that people made, especially like fan translations, and throw them on there. Which, it's not a cool, it's interesting, it's definitely not cool of them to do it. New dungeons and a new map. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I can only think how cool it would be to find something like that like not knowing what it was. Really. I have a like unlicensed Game Boy cartridge that has, I actually bought it, it's from China. I bought it while in China on a family trip when I was like 10. Only time I've been over there. It's very cool, and it has four or five different Pokemon games on it, and randomly a Cardcaptor Sakura game. Still have it around somewhere. And more recently, I bought like a fake Game Boy Color that are pretty, you can find them pretty easily on eBay, called the GB Boy Color, and color has a U in it, and they make clone Game Boy systems that actually work with real Game Boy cartridges, like full compatibility. I played through Pokemon Gold on mine with no problems at all. And it also has a bunch of games built into it. If you turn it on when there's no cartridge in it, it just gives you like a bunch of Game Boy and NES games. So the color tone and the link on the screen is the one from the 80s cartoon. That's pretty hilarious. I've only watched bits and pieces of that old Zelda cartoon, but it is very hilariously bad. I think I've watched full playthroughs of those two infamous CDI games as well. I think the Game Grumps did those, I'm pretty sure. I haven't watched them in a long time, but I think I watched that on there. Ooh, another server rack. And I think that radio's in a different color. I feel like that gothic... I wish there was a way to check if it's a different variety. His head's peeking from the bottom right. Oh yeah, I got way too much stuff. Oh, it might be the one from CDI. They're pretty similar. I think... I don't know if it was the same, like, artist doing the, doing, like, the character designs for those, but they're really similar artistically. Sure is boring around here. Maybe we can find some Octo Rocks. Or bomb some Dodongos. That line is... I mean, one reason that line is so funny to me is that, like... bombing Dodongos is fun. I don't know, that's always been one of my, like, favorite video game things, honestly. Oh, here's an enemy, you can only hurt it with bombs, and yep, you gotta wait for it to eat the bomb. Maybe favorite thing's a little too strong, but I enjoy that game mechanic. And coincidentally, that's how Star Fox 64 ends, pretty close. Most of that last boss fight with Andross, you have to wait for him to try to suck your starship in, and then toss a nice big bomb in his mouth. My boy! Pockets are full already? Oh, those were stacks. Those were stacks of fruit. Am I stealing fruit that was already cleaned up? That's the problem here. You've got your Game Boy Advance around? Yeah. I love the SP a lot. The one I've still want to pick up, and the thing that stinks is I should have... I really want a Game Boy Micro still, the Advance Micro, but I should have made myself buy one like 3 or 4 years ago when I had a little more money around. And, I mean, the price on those is never going to go down. It's only going to go up. It's unfortunately pretty pricey for a micro with a screen in good shape. I don't mind, like, light scratches at all, honestly. But, yeah. It is CDI, nice. When is Nintendo ever gonna acknowledge those officially? Probably never. I wonder if the licensing on those is still, like, partially owned by Philips. That might be why there's never been any like reference to them. All the songs are remixed. Yeah, that can be a mixed bag. Zelda music is, for the most part, Zelda music is my favorite video game music. And then Katamari Damacy and, like, Splatoon are... those all sort of tie for #1, depending on my mood. And there are amazing Zelda remixes, without a doubt. You know, one game that does do that really well is that, Cadence of Hyrule. The rhythm game with, Zelda and Link in it. That's all... that is all Zelda remixes for the music, and it's awesome. New 80s Zelda game to play during quarantine. I think that might just do the opposite of what we want. Just force people yelling into the streets. There's better reasons for that. But, you know what is a shame, and I've seen some people talking about this, is I think there's, like, no good way to play CDI games. I think it's one of those cases where either there's no emulator for it, or the emulation is, like, really, really early and bad, a little rough. You know, not like very playable. And even terrible games that people only want to play as jokes are, you know, worth preserving and having around. And even though the CDI really was a miserable system, like, I don't know, it's such a shame when that stuff gets lost. One I was looking into recently, it's just reminding me of that I was looking at Nokia N-Gage stuff, which was like the first gaming cell phone, you know, a good few years before smartphones were a commonplace thing, and a good few years before the iPhone would come along and you know, kind of set the standard for how other people would make smartphones. The N-Gage was supposed to compete, you know, with the Game Boy Advance, which was pretty dominant at the time. I don't think the Advance had any real competition during its lifetime. Yeah. When I have the time, look for Outlands. I will. I definitely will. I I don't play a ton of ROM hacks, but I have, I don't know, it's sort of weird. I actually download them all the time. And I have like a bunch saved on my computer for, I don't know, that one rainy day where I decide to play something and decide to play a ROM hack of it. I just played the actual, like the non-hacked Legend of Zelda for the first time a year and a half ago. Played it in the Switch NES Online emulator, which is, you know, totally fine and good, I think. That's a cool game. It's a very cool game. I did use a walkthrough for it, because a lot of the, like, puzzles in it are just kind of agonizingly obscure. But it was still a good challenge. And extremely satisfying to get through that first quest. You're just trying to beat the first dungeon of Outlands right now? I gotcha. Beat me to it. I might, I'm gonna run in and customize this shovel. Oh, and I should check the shops here. Oh, it's not trolley? Okay. Like how Mario 2 was hard. Mario 2, oof. Oh yeah, right. I respect Mario 2. And I don't think it's a bad game. My problem with it is the way I found out about... I don't have any customization kits, whatever. I got the first Super Mario Advance that came out on Game Boy Advance, and I figured it was gonna be... Honestly, I thought it was gonna be just like a nicer Super Mario Deluxe, like on Game Boy Color. And I guess I either didn't notice the subtitle of Super Mario Bros. 2, or I didn't... You know, I mean, I can tell you, I didn't know what that game was at the time. The old, Doki Doki Panic. Hey, thanks so much, Sony. I guess I will head back, but, have a good day on your island, bud. I will see you again, I'm sure. Oh wait, no, I was gonna check the shops while I was rambling. That's right. So I was expecting like a regular Mario game, and instead I got Mario 2, and I did not like the gameplay changes. I wanted to jump on Goombas and stomp them. I didn't want to pull up vegetables and get chased by masks and have to deal with figuring out where you have to throw potions, find hidden doors. It's cool. And the thing is, if I had like... Just one of those things where having the wrong expectations like really affected how I perceived that game. Kind of, I've thought about trying to go back to it, and seeing how I like it these days. Oh, you mean the Lost levels? Yeah, totally different thing. I've never played the Lost levels. I was wondering, but any excuse to ramble about the games I played when I was younger. Thank you, Mars Girl. Thank you for reminding me. I really do want it. I really do want that, rattan jewel. These are pretty cute, too. Yeah, I mean, apparently the lost levels were so tough that they showed it to Nintendo of America, and I think it was Todd Howard at the time was like, oh no, no way, that's not gonna fly over here. Good call out, lost levels are on the Switch NES app. Maybe I'll just like put a few minutes into that later and see how badly I get punished. That texture is see-through. Look at how cool that looks. I was about to say like, oh, video game transparency, but you know what? There are sheer fabrics. There are sheer fabrics that you can see things through like that. Good work, Sable. Yeah, that NES app has some pretty cool stuff in it. Truth be told, it really is a nice selection. Considering how limited they are, by so far, you know, they're missing some of the big titles from like Konami, because, you know, if you want to play old Castlevania, then Konami wants you to buy the Castlevania like Anniversary Collection, which is worthwhile. I'm not putting it down. It's actually a quite nice collection. Mecha picked that up, and I thought the like presentation and the games include. I forgot the rattan stool. Why can't I? I'll take that mail then. Sorry about that. I can't talk and do other things at the same time without messing up. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in that NES app. I sure did. I just ran right past it. My short-term memory is just terrible sometimes. I mean, I can tell you, I'm not going to get far in the lost levels because I'm not good at Mario games. I'm actually... I'm just embracing it these days, but I'm at platformers. The more precision they require, like, the less well I'm gonna do in them. Nintendo America babied us. That's why Japan is better at games. There's, you know... the thing is, though... It was a weird situation because we did still get a bunch of stuff over here that was too hard. And the other like odd part of the equation is that because in the United States there was a rental market for video games and there wasn't in Japan. Actually a pretty weird thing for Nintendo and maybe some other companies, but I think principally Nintendo really lobbied and had the laws structured so that game rentals were just not possible. And they tried to do it in the US, but were not able. And so you actually did see a number of games getting changed when they were brought over to make it so that it was, you know, you couldn't beat it or see very much of it. Oh, thanks, Austin. Thank you, Slick. Sweet. Yeah, so that you couldn't beat it in a day or in a week renting it. It would just kick your butt over and over. It was definitely an odd situation. Where you really didn't know how a game would change on its way from Japan. Hey! Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I still have that open? I do. I can cross that off my list. Let's see, I've got that around here. The list shrinks. I don't know what I'm gonna get next on here. I'll probably do the other request songs. Get those off. There was also the copy cartridge thing. Yeah. Nintendo was very worried about piracy pretty... I mean, I think it's a really interesting... It's something I'd like a full story, like a full history on sometime, is like the history of video game piracy. Because, I think there's a lot to, like... Did this just start playing Sonic again in the background? That's a puzzler.
Who said opera was
Oh.
hard work?
Yo, Streamlabs, please chill.
Sing loud, and they fall for it every time.
You know, the thing is back then, like, there definitely was piracy of people just copying games and selling them to make money. And that's not too cool. I don't know why this is happening again. This shouldn't be. This shouldn't be happening. Oh, I know why. I accidentally unhid the media share, and I think I turned autoplay on accidentally. Yeah, let's turn autoplay off and that. Sonic is just straight up invading the stream. Sonic and Sydney.exe. But yeah, I think the sort of complicated side of video game piracy is there's a lot of regions, actually. It's still the case, but it was much, much more of a issue for people in the past, where Nintendo just didn't necessarily have any kind of licensed retailer or necessarily any way to get games in certain regions. Hey, Mr. Martin. Welcome back. I think I remember us talking about doing some trading the other day. Still interested in, it's Nook Mile tickets, right? But I know it was a really big thing in Eastern Europe, where you couldn't get, like, an actual NES, you know, control deck. But you could buy a Dendy, which I think was compatible with regular Famicom games. But then also, you know, pirated stuff. Mr. Martin might have day skipped to get a good turnip price. Okay. Can you send Mustache and Robot Knives for any amount? Oh, the folk? The, folk costume I was using? Let me find that. Yeah, Mr. Martin, I've got a pile of them in storage. I mean, I think I've got like 12 or so. I'm not sure how many you were looking for. Oh, it's one of these. Smell Wendy's burger and you're dying. Yo. Wendy's is my favorite fast food. Your turnip price is $4.73? Does that work? Can I just take my turnips there and sell for that right now? Nintendo gonna... Oh, I'm sure it's fine. That's a super offer, Mr. Martin. I would like to do that. I've got 2 pocketfuls of turnips. If I could sell even just one over there. Oh, you're not looking for Nook Mile tickets anymore. Okay. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I'll empty my pockets again. And fill them up with turnips. It's up to you. If you want to whisper me a dodo code, I'll use it that way. Or if you want to post it in the chat, you know, just keep in mind that other people will be able to see it then. Whatever you're comfortable with. Or, yeah, you could also do friend gates. Let me know which you'd... Okay, dodo code, yeah. Be down with whatever, really. Just gotta drop all this stuff. He's time traveled, Mars Girl. Because Timmy and Tommy don't buy turnips on Sunday. Yeah. And there's no problem time traveling, or rather taking planes to people who time travel, as far as I know. Because the game needs to allow you to visit people in different time zones. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Lemony. I see my bandwidth just took a massive dive. And I can tell you it's the network. The network is dropping huge amounts of frames. Also, oh, why is my computer acting so bad? Also, my computer's acting super laggy, which is a little weird. I'm trying a couple things here. Oh no, don't panic. That is not getting better. I am going to stop the stream. What is the deal? I guess I should stop. Alright, hopefully that's fine now. I should have guessed. I should have guessed when my computer was lagging. There was a rogue program in the background that was actually consuming all my computer resources. So even though I was saying it was a network problem, it was definitely on my end. A bit interesting. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I'd like to make Turret Tire on. In game, I mean. I'll never be able to retire in real life. Let's, you know, keep the fantasy separate. Almost ready here. Did you? Why don't I see it? Is lurk mode. Oh, I don't have whispers enabled. I'm really sorry. Can you do that again? That explains why that wasn't working before. Yeah, sorry about that. That is enabled in chat now. Yes, it definitely is. In the meantime, I'll go about filling my pockets up. What a productive Sunday. Oh, nope, not the jukebox though. Ah, there it is. Thank you so much. Hey, what did I just, sending a card? Okay. Oh, was there a record scratch? I didn't notice. What a good detail. And, I'm going to get something ready here to, block out the dodo code while I'm entering it. Meant to do this before, but it not actually come up yet. This has nothing to do with anything, but it's gonna work. Hello? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I see why. Okay. Is that gonna be big enough? Probably not. I'm gonna need something big enough to block. Oh, I don't need to block out the keyboard if I use a keyboard. I was watching another stream, and they were actually doing the same thing, like, putting in a dodo code without showing it. And it was funny because they were like, oh, I hope I didn't, like, say it out loud while I was entering it. I had a good Sonic burpee face for censoring it. Yeah, I'll have to get some fun graphics. I feel like overlay is stuff that you actually just never finish working on as a streamer. Board ready. As well. That's probably that, rattan. Oh. No problem. I've done that so many times. Thank you, DD, my comrade buddy, old pal, swingity swong bing, hippity hoppity. Thanks for property. Anytime. Anytime. Oh, that's quite a nice tip. Very welcome. Alright. Yeah, get some good Sonic faces in here. You know, the one Sonic game I actually really want to pick up and play. That's Sonic Heroes, or no, not Sonic Heroes, Sonic Forces. The one with the creator character. See your Whisper Mars Girl? I think you gotta ask, Mr. Martin. Not my call, exactly. Tip for laugh? That's a good reason. Ooh. Oh, this is great. I'll still, like, track my turnip prices this week. Okay. Let's loop. So I might need something that actually block. Did the keyboard keys show when I pressed them on my keyboard? I'm actually not sure. Oh, some other people are interested in selling. Oh, thank you, Mecha. You didn't see anything? Great. I did notice that they kind of said the letters, though. So I might need to mute the game audio if I want to be really careful. Ah, same. Yeah, did that again. Thanks, Mr. Martin. That's really nice of you. And sounds like you made a lot. I do usually leave a 10% tip behind. If you'll accept it. That's just what I usually do when I get to go sell someplace. But I will respect, you know, whatever tip policy an island has. Ah, thanks. Do you mind if I make a second trip? Just while I'm asking? Ah. This is interesting. Going to ye olde England. Sorry, that's probably annoying. Going to regular England. Thanks very much. Tip policy is everything in the bag. Gotta be a different word for that, I think. Hello! I didn't know you could hold a rose. Is that what happens if you, like, have something on your mouth like that? Interesting. I like this town layout so far. Yeah, I'll make those quick since I'm gonna come back. Oh, you think that's a wand? A rose wand. That makes... Right, because I got a cosmos wand. That makes sense. That's very cool. I wish, I don't know if you can with a rose wand, but the cosmos wand, you can't customize. No problem. I will not. I mean, actually, the only wand that I've seen that you can customize is the mushroom wand. Oh, look at all those bells. Cool stuff, too. Yeah, the mushroom wand you can actually customize, and there's a couple varieties on that. I forget your name, but you're cool. There's Pietro, who, yeah, that's fine. See you, Lemony. Thanks for coming by today. I hope you have a good one. Take care out there. Definitely Mars Girl and Mecha do. I'm pretty sure. Just sliding away some notifications here. Not that one. That one. So many good reactions. Animal Crossing is no longer the best-selling game on the eShop? How could this be? Alright, so I will be back with more turnips. Oh, I think our planes are about to collide. That's really funny. Managed to cancel those 2 flights out. Probably be faster if, but I know if I talked to him again, that would have just, Oh, Minecraft Dungeons. That's the best-selling game on the Switch eShop now. Been looking at that a little bit. It looks okay. It actually looks like a really good, Diablo homage, and like a great way to get into those Diablo-style games. I read like a review or two, it sounded like it needs some more content, but, you know, there's gonna be DLC on the way. Not a game I thought I'd be much interested in, but it looks solid. Oh yeah, no problem, Mars Girl. Partially obscured star. Great little winter outfit. Very useful when you're visiting the southern hemisphere right now. Seen a few more snowflakes coming down in my town. Nothing's sticking yet, but it is getting more and more wintry. Oh, you know what? I haven't been drinking water, have I? Boss mount. I think I still have it, Mr. Martin. I appreciate it. Let me make sure. Yeah. I'll just keep... I can keep the chat scrolled up on my screen. I appreciate the offer. But I do still have the dodo code. Do you get a different variation if it's snowing or raining? For the music, that's right. Got the snowing song running yesterday. I forgot to listen more closely. No, that was just my first pocketful, Mars Girl. I have one more pocketful, so I will be coming back in a moment. Oh, I'm getting just this much closer to actually being able to use the basement in my house for something other than turnips. I don't know. I need to figure out a schedule for doing more N64 stuff on stream. Just switching topics back to that. I think it might need a different time slot rather than like trying to combine it with my Animal Crossing time. Probably something I'd only do a couple times a week. I mean, it's really cool to me that I'm spending more and more time both actually streaming and then also working on the stream. But I've, interestingly, kind of hit the limitations in terms of like how much of my free time it's occupying. In a good way. Yeah, thanks, Mecca. I'll grab that when I come back later. It does mean, sometimes for me, it feels like I'm making slow progress. I've been talking for weeks about changing my notification sounds, and just still haven't gotten on that. I swear I'm going to, though. I wasn't expecting to spend so much time yesterday on the stream setup for old games. But, you know, sometimes when you're in the mood to work on something, you really just gotta follow that. Or I do, anyway. I have a lot of trouble getting started on projects. And, always feels almost lucky if, like, oh no, I'm actually in the mood to work on that. And we'll bring up our locker here. And I do still have that. If somebody was able to figure out the code from them saying the letters there, I'd be impressed. Alright, and now I can also scroll back to the bottom of chat. A nice breeze through the window. God, man, it's wild. It was, I'm pretty sure the thermometer in my room said 94 last night. In these cool mornings, though. Had to wear a jacket when I walked the dog this morning. I don't mind it too much, but it's like the hot weather. Want it to be, for me, I think I would like living someplace where it was hot all the time. Or warm. Someday, maybe. Yeah, I've said it before, I used to like cold weather more. I don't do as well with it. The thing about getting older made it hard. Oh, I know him. I forget his name. Is that Apollo? Maybe that's Apollo. Your town looks pretty cool, though. Your island, I mean. I see it's, maybe some construction going. I would want to live in Britain, then. I would give it a try. I've gotten to visit England twice in my life. Oh, it was, both times were very long ago. Like 16 years ago or more. Hello. But I did like it. I'd like to spend time there. I enjoyed traveling when I got to travel more. It's mostly with my parents. Really like seeing other places. Yeah, I thought that, I didn't want to say the joke. Like, isn't it just always raining? I mean, it can be raining and warm. Though that's usually more of a rainforest type of situation. Yeah, like rain is okay. I'm okay with it, with bits of rain. I'm going to admire the topographic view of your island for a moment. That's alright, just taking a look at our map here. Yeah, it looks like you've got some big construction underway, if I had to guess. Maybe some insect farming? What day is it here, by the way? June 25th. Alright. We're in the future, y'all. I really like how it does the, like, grass sort of in the distance. Oh, wow. Last year in Britain, it was as hot as 42 degrees Celsius. I'm really bad at that conversion. I don't know if I was ever able to do that in my head. Oh, this is the wrong keyboard, that's why it's not working. Oh, see you, Mecca. Oh yeah, I heard you. That's why I was checking what day it was. I was just curious. Oh, that's... okay, so I'm used to Fahrenheit. That's almost 108 Fahrenheit. That's very hot. I think that's basically the hottest it's gotten around here. Which is pretty unusual. Summers here are usually like in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, it's not too, which is not too far off. And I don't know, it probably depends where you are over there, but around here the... Oh, you got the rock placement, I see. Nicely done. Look at that. Probably an orchard over here. Hope you don't mind me peeking around the island. Definitely staying far away from your house. But yeah, the humid the humid heat is pretty hard. And around here, like, it can catch people off guard. For where we are on the East Coast, we have just crazy humid summers. The, like, thermometer in my room also measures humidity. And I watched it just, like, double as the temperature warmed. Nice. Doing flower rows, too. You spent a long time moving the rocks? Yeah, it takes forever, doesn't it? Oh, I got you, Mars Girl, I see. Yeah, this has, like, a real garden island vibe. Definitely digging it. If I had a can with me... Actually, how do you feel about me buying a watering can and, watering some of these flowers? Just want to do something since you, helped me out with the, with opening up. Yeah, the weeds, I think, are, like, the #1 thing from time traveling, right? So Nooks is... right. Of course, I've been to Nooks a few times now. But yeah, if you don't mind, I'll just, okay, cool. Go water some plants and I'll feel like I did something in return. Yeah, hey, is your name Apollo? It is. What's up? We used to know each other. Once upon a time in a different game. Charlie earned a fancy new title, Sleepless Gamer. How do you get the Nook shopping app on your phone? I forget the exact requirement. You have to buy 500 things through the catalog, I think. If I remember right. You have to use the Nook shopping on the Nook stop and order, I think it's a total of 500 items through it. Ah, will do, Slick. Oh, I saw a few things come in, Austin, thank you. I did see those earlier. KK Bazaar, right? Super great. I put that in my collection right away, I appreciate it. Do I have the iron wall lamp? Oops. I'll check in a second. That sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure I have a DIY for it. Ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the DIY for that as well. Sounds very familiar. I guess over here anyway. In the real life Northern Hemisphere, or North America, I should probably be specific, the 20th is the first day of summer. Looking at my calendar over there. It's pretty close. Pretty soon. It's so stylish. I really like how your bangs come down and hit your mustache because it looks like good mutton chops. Summer is probably my favorite season, personally. I try to appreciate, you know, what I can about the others. Is this the one you're talking about, Mr. Martin? The iron wall lamp, I mean, that's certainly what you said. I don't have any materials on me right now, unfortunately, but if you have iron nuggets and clay and you drop it, I can make some. Let me know. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna do the front rows, or where there's like spaces. Because I think the ones in the back can't, Alright, awesome. No worries. I'll be over here with the flowers. Probably just try to use up the whole can if I can. I don't know, somebody can tell me if I'm wrong. All the flower stuff I'm guessing at because I still haven't watched the guide on flower breeding. So maybe I should be watering all of them. Yeah, you can't always give an item But you can usually make stuff for your friends. Yeah, I totally agree, Marzi. Right about watering your edges and gaps, thank you. Figured. Alright, and unless there's a closer DIY table, I'll run to the resident services. And use the public table there. Oh, there's one. Nice. I like this area. Oh, one iron nugget short. I'm sorry. So darn close. Do you have one more iron nugget around anywhere? I'll drop it for now. Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. Okay. Perfect. And do that double time. Oops, that's 17. There you go. I like this. I like this that tree area. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Oh man, there is something about the fields, just like the whole fields of flowers, that's awesome. Thank you for the sparks. Yeah, I wish my gold can hadn't just broken. Not that I would have had it with me, though. Yeah, the paths under the rows definitely is a great, I think it's a really good way to go. I've been doing that like a limited amount. Like little flower beds around some of my islanders' houses. I saw really great post earlier of somebody's take on like a community herb garden. And they had they were using one of the cushions with a custom design to make it look like a soil bag. Really good. Like it just looked great. Yeah, you need the gold can for the gold rose, and I think your island has to be 5 stars for gold roses to grow. And I mean, certainly you need to hit 5 stars to get in order for Isabelle to give you the gold watering can recipe. Yeah, you're welcome. I hope you get lots of good ones. I think I just had a few more to do over here. I'm kind of, at this point, I'm sort of trying to get can to break. You're at 3 stars? Yeah, it takes a while. I was on 4 stars for a really long time, it felt like. It took a really long time to, like, decorate enough. Yeah, that's looking pretty watered. But I think there were a few other flower spots I saw. That's, yeah, like all these. Oh yeah. This will go lickety split with a couple people working on it. Ooh, I like the star system, although I wish, like, I understand, I really do get why it wouldn't just let you do whatever you want and let you keep the 5 stars. But on the other hand, I sort of, it would be nice if once you hit 5 stars, it gave you a little more freedom in, like, letting you do what you want, rather than worrying about, like, if you change it too much, will you lose a star? Which is probably not so much a danger unless, you know, except for, like, certain circumstances. Yeah, I don't think these have room to grow anything new. Maybe those can. Maybe these can. And yeah, there's room here. This can's gotta be on its last legs, right? I'm impressed that it's still going. This is interesting. Hell, there was a river there once. Alright. Yeah, I hear ya. I think you are correct about these front flowers. And I think that's gonna do it for me. Hey, thank you so much. I'm gonna head out of here. Take care. Let me know, you know, if there's anything you're looking for in the future. Sure appreciate making that good turnip money. Oh, and I just saw your flag. That's a pretty good likeness of Pietro. Ooh. No, I think that's okay. And now I'm all scared. I've never seen this. Yeah. No, go ahead and end the session. That might be best. It seems to be hanging on, seems like it's time to go home. Cool. Oh, thanks again, Mr. Martin. Nice to visit England. It really had, like, it's so... Oh. Keep it together, game, please. Oh, it's so awesome, like, getting to actually have, you know, in a way, it's like really traveling internationally. I must have gone into that airport at just the wrong second. It's trying. I think the game is trying real hard right now. I've said it before, I can't imagine trying to, like, manage a full 8-person online session. Oh yeah, take care, Mr. Martin. Thanks for coming by. we'll, you know, don't worry about whatever happens here. The chips will fall where they may. Ooh. I'm pretty sure it's saved. Since Mecha got his flight animation, that gives me some confidence. Yeah, there it is. Only seen that error screen once before. And that may mean I've got turnips back in my pocket, which would really be okay, because I made a lot of bells on that first trip. Alright, let's see. Oh, I've got my can, I've got my bells. We're all good. Oh, I already watered that. Never mind. Okay, and it is, it's afternoon. So I'm going to... Oh, mischief. Thank you, Sprinkler. Yeah, I'm gonna start winding the stream down. Over the next couple of minutes. That was a good trip. And yeah, I mean, I love seeing the whole spectrum of different islands that people have. You know, there's so many options. I love seeing the variety. That is not a bad number of bells. Yeah, aren't you super curious? It's really hard to think of, like, it's hard for me to imagine what I'd have in my house that would make me tell people to straight up not go in there. I wonder if, you know, maybe some custom designs on the wall that aren't safe for work, or maybe a crime scene. Maybe some terrible combination of the two. Or maybe it's just messy. So, hard to say. Can think of a few things, yeah. Maybe it's like nothing but posters of Tom Nook in there. I want to break this can. I want to check my Able sisters. I want to put a couple of pieces of furniture down, so I'm gonna go for a few more minutes. Go for a few more minutes. I don't need this at all right now. Adult anime? Yeah. I wonder. I know that, when I was playing Minecraft 10 years ago, and I found out how you, could edit the texture file for the game's built-in paintings. Did some not great stuff with that feature. Did some stuff I'm pretty embarrassed of at this point in my life. Oh, nothing too bad, but certainly not what I'd do anymore. Right, I got stuff to put into storage, I think. Fun times, yeah. It really was weird to me to, I forget what it was. I sent some Minecraft news to my mom recently. And to think about, like, the last time I was playing a lot of Minecraft was probably fully 10 years ago. when I was playing hours a day. And I still kind of, it's weird, I still, oh no, I still want to play it. I don't know why I, like, fell off it when I was running that server more recently. Really a good start. I was working on that big excavation, like, under the sea thing. I guess Microsoft still has the server saved, at least, so I could get it going again. I know they keep adding stuff, you know. There's bees now. Wait, I did want to pick up... Yeah, I'm gonna move some furniture around. Just a little bit. And I'll grab my mail. Yeah, my tummy's rumbling. I had a little breakfast, and I'm super ready for lunch. I think I'm gonna get rid of both of these in favor of this, which doesn't quite match. Yeah, that is a good point. That's a really good point, Mecha. With all the updates in Minecraft, you either sort of have to make new maps that include the new stuff, or like really overhaul what you've already made. I do remember getting like some sense of that. Yeah, I don't know what, you know, what can actually be done to address that. Alright. Put in storage. Guess I'll put that in storage. What's this look like? That is a different color. Put that into storage. And put that into storage. Yeah, I'm sure especially with like all the farming stuff, that would probably, I mean, that seems like that would be the hardest to deal with once there's been content updates and such like. New KK Fusion? Aw, thank you. I'm gonna have to send Austin bells at least as some kind of thank you. Thank you, Mars Girl. Yeah, that front room's been so bleh for a long time. But a new map solves that issue pretty much, except for your progress, yeah. Ain't that the truth? Okay, I think I already had KK Fusion, but I still super appreciate it. I want to put these somewhere. Probably into storage. Let me just double check here. I don't know what exactly I want to do with it anymore, is the problem. Truthfully. Oh, now there's a bench here. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that main room. I'm thinking... I mean... I do need someplace for all my guitars. So it might just be a guitar room. I would be very interested to see what you do, though. I gotta... those tools back over there. Hey, this is awesome. All in one day, buying turnips and selling turnips. Like I said, I'll monitor my turnip prices just in case. And so that I know what pattern it is for next week. Pretty important. Find 1 or 2 great items and build a theme around it. That's a great suggestion, Mecha. That's absolutely a great way of getting started. Did I teach Kit Olay? I taught somebody Olay. I don't remember who. And I couldn't tell you why. Yeah, child, I'm pretty sure is her starting catchphrase. I think Sprinkle was asking for a new catchphrase. And, just stream of consciousness. There we go. See a watering can. I'm glad you think it's cute. Okay, there we go. Oh, few beeps on my phone. Probably not anything. Not anything. What's up, Croak? Yeah. Sounds good. That's a little expensive, but... So I really just want to, swap out a little more furniture and take a look at Able Sisters before I end for the morning. That's pretty cool. Although, it's too bad that's a full outfit, not just a coat. I have, I do have that on me. Good. Great. To the Jazz Club. I saw a really good design for like an inner courtyard main room earlier today. And I do not have the right stuff for, but it looked really cool. Martin had gladiator greaves. I think I have 1 pair of gladiator sandals around. That looks so cool. It looks so classy. Nobody knows that it's a stool, not an end table. Excellent. Thank you, Mars Girl. And thank you, Mecha, also for your help in delivering that. I would like to find the money rock around as well. And there might be a fossil or 2 I've missed. Hey, thank you for the host, Slick. Friends are the best. It's true. Did I pick up my customization? I did not. Bummer. Let's see if this is a money rock. I have a feeling. Regular rock. I'm pretty sure this shovel's gonna break on me today, is the thing. Much agreed. This is odd. Definitely had some slip-ups with my money trees. Because there was no money fruit available today. And I don't know where to plant my new one. Yeah, not gonna be on stream much longer. I know that I sounded like I was gonna end soon earlier, but it's probably about 5 minutes away now. figure I want to get these morning dailies done while I'm still in here. Now let's see, black versus blue. I mean, the blue is more colorful. Obviously, neither of these would really be outside. For the most part, the blue one feels more like if I was gonna put one of these on the beach again, I'd put the blue one out there. Let's check out our fashions, and I'm gonna finish my coffee. Cute frog hat. Buy that. Yeah, I feel so lucky to have, like, my best friends in the world playing this game. And also, a lot of really fun new acquaintances and friends. I know I've kind of hit on this subject before, but I think it's just amazing how, the kind of safe but meaningful connections that the game allows you to have. Different colors, oh my goodness. I will need the blue one as well. I'm gonna need those two, and I'll have to double check something because I may need to send that to Ange. Yeah, do you want any of these other color frog caps, Mecha? I'll just pick up whatever you're interested in, you know, send that your way. House slippers are prime. I should have checked kicks when I was over on Mr. Martin's island. Kinda want the yellow one too, for me. Is it about the glasses? Yes, yeah. But I need to check the reference for the glasses, because I sent Ange the black background, or the black framed 3D glasses, and you may need the white framed. Possibly. Frog cap green, send as gift. For that good Slippy cosplay. I wonder... Yeah, a little Star Fox room would be fun. I'm just thinking about it. I feel like I need more rooms to decorate. You got the coconut juice DIY? I am straight up jealous of that one. Definitely gonna, I'll have to send you some coconuts, perhaps. Alright, and now we're really almost done at the end of the stream here. Today was a fun one for me. I'm always... I don't know, almost every single time I come on here it's a surprise what ends up happening. I do want to be... Oh yeah, Mecha, I was just thinking about that actually. I was thinking about all the, like, if I was trying to do a Star Fox theme, you know, like galaxy flooring, the sci-fi wall, you know, some other stuff, and then I was thinking like, oh man, there was like straight up a massive R-wing that you could get in the first Animal Crossing, and then I'm pretty sure also in New Leaf. I hope a lot of that stuff makes a return. I really like when Nintendo puts in like all their in-jokes to their, or references to their old stuff. It's really interesting to me that like this game is packed so full of things and there isn't really any of that. There it goes. Yeah, I knew I needed to customize that. Alright, I'm just gonna plant this tray. I'm gonna plant this tree. Probably call it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Marscrum. Did that finish growing? Check it out. Check that out. Oh yeah, and I need a new shovel. I hope that they add in the Nintendo items though for us. It's absolutely chock full of amazing furniture and fashion as the game is. I like those other ones. I like the Nintendo paraphernalia. Yeah, I mean, there's enough to do with what's in here, that's for sure. Ah, thanks for the follow, Dying Divinity? A cool username. Just about to end the stream here, just so you know. You've probably been listening to me ramble on about that. But I stream every day. Curse of Shovel Knight. Halfway through the game, his shovel snaps. Can you imagine? Oh, that was a pear tree. Huh. What's like extra around here? I guess this cherry tree's gotta move. Oh, and I guess, I'm still not sure what to do about Mondays, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna try to, like... I'll try to figure that out. I do think that I want to return to, 8:30 on Mondays. I just know it's not going to be possible all the time. I'm leaving that stump I have left there for stump reasons. For bug attraction. What around here could be a cherry tree that isn't? I think this. I would say this one. I think I'm gonna be on at 8:30 tomorrow, but like, really am wondering whether I can or should move that back permanently, because there's definitely going to be more times in the future when I can't, or when I would prefer to get on later that day. I'm still figuring out a lot here. Appreciate people being along for the ride. And that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna call it there. But it's interesting, I do get more and more tongue-tied, I think, as the streams go on. So, you know the story. I'm gonna bring some music back up and look for... see who's on to host. Oh, that's loud. Meant to increase that slowly. But just huge thanks to everybody who came in and chatted today, anybody who watched today. Big thanks to Mr. Martin and Lemony. Big thanks to Slick as well. And of course Mars Girl and Mecca and my mom. And anybody else who's happening to watch this or was here earlier. Really hope you have a great rest of your day and that you take care out there. Oh yeah, you're so welcome, Mecca. I'll be on tomorrow. Should be on in the morning. Take care, everyone. Oh, okay, the new thing is kind of working. Just not super visible. Thanks for the sparks.